I'm very excited because in this How Do I video I will show how to use the reporting data setup tool in Microsoft Dynamics NAV. Accountants and business managers need to have an understanding of how the current state of their business is. The application contains an easy-to-use tool that enables a user the ability to create rich and impactful datasets that they may use in Excel, Power BI, or any other reporting tool that has the capability to connect to no data source. You can simply select from data sources that are familiar to the user, such as the customer list or the sales invoice list, and begin defining your data immediately. Available data sources includes list pages and queries. We'll get there following these steps. In the first step, we will create a dataset. Then I will demonstrate how we can edit a dataset. And last but not least, I will demonstrate how you can copy an existing dataset and work with that. Let's get started with the first step, in which Peter, a user of the application, chooses to create a new dataset from the customer list page because he wants to view the refreshable customer data in Excel. So Peter goes into the application and uses the search button to open the assisted setup page. In the assisted setup page, Peter launches the setup reporting wizard. And when Peter launches the wizard, he enters a welcome screen and then he selects next to determine what he would like to do. In this option, Peter selects the option create a new dataset to create a new dataset. In this screen, Peter provides a name for his dataset, which is customers. Then he selects the data source, page or query, and in this case Peter would like to use the existing customer list page. So he scrolls down here in the screen and selects the list, or he enters the number. Then we can select the next button to determine which fields need to be available. Peter wants to create a list where he is able to see the number, the name, the country and the phone number for his customers. So he selects these fields from the list because these are the only fields Peter would like to see. So to verify no other fields are selected, scroll to the bottom of the list. So in the end I have only selected number, name, country and phone number. In this case we will publish all our customers, but I also have the possibility to select the Add Filters button. And imagine, for example, I only would like to export or have a look at customers coming from Belgium or another country. Then I can apply a filter on any of these fields. And that's why we have the Edit Filter page. Next, Peter clicks on the Publish button, and then the wizard displays a success window in which we can see data URL, which we could open manually, in which we will be able to consult all of our customers. But what you also notice is that there is an Excel button on which we can also click. So if we click on the Excel button, an Excel file is generated, which we can then of course also open. And in this Excel window, our customer name, number, country and phone number is exported, and we can have a look at the data. Now Peter can also save his Excel file, and then later, using the Microsoft Dynamics Office add-in, he's also able to refresh the data sets because it's connected to the application using the add-in. In this second step, edit a dataset, Peter chooses to edit an existing dataset that was created in order to make a simple change because he has viewed his customer data in Excel and would like to make an update to the dataset. So Peter goes back into the application where he launches the setup reporting wizard again. And in the window, he selects the option edit an existing dataset. Then selects next. And the next thing to do is to select the dataset which you would like to edit. So we select the customer list again. And in the next part, what Peter will do is also add the postal code to our dataset. So he selects it and then clicks on the Publish button. And what happens is that the dataset is published again. And if I click on the Excel button, it will reopen in a Microsoft Excel. And what we notice in Microsoft Excel is that we now also have the postcode available here in the Excel file, which I can now also save and open again later and refresh. In this third step, Peter chooses to create a new dataset based on a copy of an existing dataset. So the data is similar than something he already created, but now he would like to have some extra fields and a different filter applied. So Peter goes back to the application and relaunches the Setup Reporting wizard. And in this wizard, he selects the option to create a copy of an existing dataset. In the next window, he can select the dataset that he would like to publish, for example, this customers. Then he can give it a new name, for example, Customer Sales LCY. And in the next window, what Peter will be able to do is to make some modifications. So in this dataset, Peter would like to add an extra field, which is the sales field coming from our dataset. And Peter also would like to add a filter on the sales LCY field. For example, it should be bigger than 10,000. He clicks on the OK button, and the dataset in this case will now be generated. Peter clicks on the Publish button, and next he can also open the dataset in Excel, where it will be populated with the data, the columns, the fields Peter has selected, and of course also the filter. Now you notice in the Excel file there is no data available, probably because the filter is too strict. So from within the Excel file I can also have a look here at the filter on Sales LCY. I can clear the filter, click on the Done button and refresh the data sets, and now I have everything in here. And if I want to, I can also add a filter again, for example on any of the fields of the data set. I select the Add a Filter field, I select the Sales LCY. Here I can also say should be greater than, for example, 1000 or 10,000. You can click on the Done button and then on the Refresh button again, and then the dataset is refreshed according to the filter I have applied. Let's summarize our steps. In the first step, we created a new dataset. In step 2, I demonstrated how to edit an existing dataset, and in step 3, we copied an existing dataset, added a filter in the wizard, but also in the Excel file. In this video, we covered how to create an OData endpoint that can be used in Excel, Power BI, Power Apps, or Microsoft Flow. To learn more, please visit the following resources. Thanks for following this short video to explain how to use the reporting data setup tool in Microsoft Dynamics NAV. This video in the How Do I series for Microsoft Dynamics NAV is brought to you by Microsoft and Platan. See you in the next one.